What's going on, everybody? We are back from the dead, literally, because I know we took a month off and we are back, and we kind of feel guilty about missing a month. So, not only are we going to give you a July episode, but we're also going to give you an August episode. I am the Brett Man, and this is Brad. Of course, the always Destiny. Welcome back. How are you guys been?
Awesome. Amazing.
Doing very well, Bert.
Yeah, and Destiny, you look very, very different. It's the background, isn't it?
Yes, the background, just the background, a little bit of my hair. I did
okay, that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, but hey, sometimes change is always good. So I'm excited to hang out with you guys today for, I would say, about an hour or so. We won't dally around because I know everybody's got a busy day. So what we're going to do, if you've not seen this show before, we're going to be talking about the latest horror news that's kind of already happened, just to kind of like remind you of what the news is going up on that. And then we're also going to talk over some fan film news. And we got two new fan films to talk about. 2 or 3 to talk about with you all today to bring light on them. And of course, our main theme for Back from the Dead is going to be talking about the horror anniversaries with the integrals of 5. So 5, 10, 15. And we got a lot of good ones to discuss with you all today. And you get to hear our brief thoughts on those. So, here we go. We're going to talk about the news today, and I know Destiny's excited for this one. For Christine, the remake from Blumhouse. Destiny, any first thoughts about that?
I'm pretty excited. I am a huge fan of the original, and I think as long as they go practical with it, I think it can be really great. I don't see why not. Hopefully they have the same iconic car. If not, that would be kind of a bummer, but I think it can be really awesome if they stick to practical, not too much CGI, and lots of fire.
Lots of fire. And you actually saw the Christine car. What we came close to it.
Yes.
I'll put, if you send a picture, I'll post it here just so they see what we're talking about, because I thought that was really cool.
It was. I'm in my work uniform because I was at work. I was in the kitchen, so I'm looking a little bit rough, but still happy to see it. Still had to take a picture, so that's fine. But yes, it was pretty awesome. Closest I've seen to a Christine car, so I knew I had to take a picture.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you did too, because it's just as awesome, because I didn't think those kind of cars still existed in good condition as they were.
I know, me either. I was very surprised.
Yeah, so Brad, what do you think about this news about Christine remake?
I think I'm kind of interested in it. I don't know how you're gonna top the original with John Carpenter doing it, but I'll check it out. I'm excited to see it. What I am excited about is the director here, Brian Fuller, that's going to be running the show, or running the thing here, I guess. For a new adaptation, because he did the show Hannibal, and I haven't actually seen that, but I've heard it's really solid. It's a very good show, and everybody speaks really highly of it. So I think he's probably a pretty good pick for the movie here. So yeah, I think it's in pretty good hands. I think it's got some potential to do some good things. So I think that'll be cool. And again, yeah, I mean, as long as they can do anything close to what the original one did, I think it'll be a good time. Is it needed? Really? I don't know. Probably not. But they've done a lot of readaptations over the last few years for Mr. King. So why not? Let's check it out.
Yeah, and I'm sadly to say I have not seen the original. Christine is very high on my bucket list to watch, so I don't have too much thoughts on this because I don't feel like I can, just because I don't want to talk about something that I don't know about. So I'm glad you all have seen it, but so I will ask you all. I think that's you touched upon it a little bit. Are you going to be mad that they use a CGI for the car?
I mean, if it looks good, no. But if it's like noticeably bad, then of course I would be very annoyed, because if they can do it in the original, now we can still do it. They don't I feel like there's not really an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I do think like CGI is easier and it's like the easy route for it, but if it looks fine, then I won't be mad, but I hope that they do practical, of course.
Mm-hmm. Brad, what about you, bud?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I mean, if they do it and it looks fine, then obviously there's no complaints on my end. But yeah, I mean, if it comes out there looking like trash, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be a situation where I always go back and watch the original more because it just looks better. So
Right.
so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I mean, I would say it's definitely a safe bet. They're going to use some CGI in there, and you know, hopefully it works out pretty nicely.
Yeah, I'm not the big fan of CGI for like when it's not needed, like necessarily needed, because like Destiny said, the OG did it without CGI, so I'm not sure what the big deal would be to do it again. I know like most movies now, like oh, we got to shoot these movies out there while they're hot, so that's why we do CGI because it's quicker versus practical where it will take longer. I feel like practical effects need to make a return on that front. So, would I be disappointed if they use CGI? No, but kind of like you said, if it looks bad, just don't do it. Take your time with it. And when it comes out in theaters, I'll easily watch the original and I'll watch this remake.
Hell
Hell
yes.
yeah.
The original is great. And I only watched it because you sent me, well, I finally was able to watch it because you sent me the VHS. And now it's like one I've gone back to a few times since then, and that wasn't that long ago, and it's just great. It's like Brad was saying, I don't know how they're going to top it, and I don't think they can, especially with John Carpenter and his scores throughout. Amazing. And so I'm also curious about like the music they'll choose for it, just because there's certain scenes in the movie that the music just elevates it so much more. And without him, I don't know what they're going to do with that, but I'm still hopeful for it. High hopes, hoping it's good. If not, I'll just watch the original. I mean,
Yeah,
no harm,
can
no foul, I guess.
how can you freaking top a dang Stephen King movie or Stephen King book adapted by freaking John Carpenter? Like it doesn't get any better than that. I mean,
I know.
there's no topping it. But you know, like I said, I think the filmmaker they have here is going to be. I mean, I think he's got some solid work in his repertoire. So we'll see how it turns out.
Alrighty, guys. So that is Christine. And which, before we continue, all these links that we have of these like our information and sources will be in the description below. And if you've not seen our episodes of Back from the Bed, or I wish we back from the bed. No, back from the dead. Above me is the playlist, or actually, it'll be above Brad today. So be sure to check us out and just to continue supporting this show because we really enjoy doing this. Let's. Screen 5 is done.
Woo!
Woo!
So it's done editing and all that. We're just waiting for the marketing to come out. And according to some of the pictures we have seen of it, the ghost mask looks good. So any quick thoughts about that? Brad, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see the trailer and stuff at some point and see kind of what direction they're going to take this bad boy because, I mean, really at this point, we still don't really know much about it other than who's in it and, you know, the little plot synopsis we got, but which is fine. I'm okay with that, but I am a little bit curious to see which direction they're going to take it at this point in the franchise, and obviously without Wes being there to see how it's going to be handled and stuff. So I'm just excited to see something on it. So I don't know. I would say that a trailer should come out at some point within the next few months because you know we're getting closer to that January release date, man. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Destiny.
I'm very excited. I cannot wait for a trailer, and I feel like with Scream, with trailers, I trust them to not show too much because I feel like with Scream, like you can't show too much because I feel like that could possibly give away like who could be the killer. So I'm very excited for a trailer. I don't think it'll be like, oh my god, they show the whole movie in the trailer because I feel like they wouldn't do that given that it's a Scream movie. But it after Halloween Kills, Scream is like my
top priority.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too, and I'll even make a bold prediction. I bet you we get a Scream trailer around the time when Halloween Kills is released. Because I feel like just for me, if like you're gonna have all the horror community to watch Halloween Kills, you got to put the Scream trailer out during that, just so you can get the most eyes on it. That's my bold prediction on that. But I am excited for Scream 5 in January, and I'm excited for the mask that we did get to see. It looked really good. It's always great to see the original mask, and I can't wait. January, get here.
Oh my god. Imagine seeing Halloween Kills and then you get a trailer for the Scream. I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be really
would
cool.
lose my shit right there in the theater.
And you'd be
Everyone
like,
else would
nope,
probably
don't
be
need to
like-
see Halloween Kills.
Yeah, just walk out after the trailer. Like, I don't even need to see the movie. I'm good. I'm
And
very
everybody's
happy
like,
now.
what is she
What
doing?
the fuck is this girl doing? What is this little crackhead doing? And I'm just like losing my mind, screaming. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. So, yeah, again, Scream 5 is done. So we're just waiting patiently for the marketing stuff to arrive. And speaking of arrival, coming soon is the Chucky TV series, which is going to be released in October, sometime in October. I think they were aiming the same week as Halloween Kills is being released on that Tuesday, so I believe that's the 12th. My math is usually wrong most of the time, so please double check me on that. But as y'all saw, the teaser trailer, and actually for this recording, when we're releasing it on August the 1st, you should have already potentially seen the actual full trailer of it, which I'm sure we'll do trailer reactions on each other's channels with Disney from the House of the Dead and us, me and Brad from Goodwill Hunting. So be sure to check those out if that is the case. So guys, Destiny, we'll go right back to you. What do you think about the Chucky TV series?
Bert, that's House of the Living Dead. House of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Brad, do you want to take over? I'm screwed up.
See, I wasn't going to say anything because I'm polite, but thank you, Brad.
When
got
are
it.
you ever polite? You're always mean to me behind the
I
scenes.
try to be nice. I try not to correct people because I feel bad for doing it.
No, trust me. It's me. I need a lot of correcting.
I'll keep that noted. I'll keep that in, like that one day with the Courtney Cox thing.
Please. The mega. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my. Yeah. Please. Let's just not. Anyways, Chucky.
I'd like to
TV
explore
series.
this. I'd like to explore this conversation real quick and see what we're talking about.
Okay, one day I shared something on Facebook, and Brett, what did you say instead of Courtney Cox? Some person that you actually know.
Morgan. Oh, Morgan Cox.
Morgan
yes.
Cox, yes. And then Jason from Sinister Cinema Reviews. I didn't correct him. I knew what he meant.
Oh,
And
he
then
roasted me bad, which
Jason was
rightfully
like,
so.
Destiny is so nice. She did not even correct you. And I was like, I know. I am an angel. Thank you very much. Just because I see, if I know what you mean, then it's like, whatever. I get the point. I'm not going to correct you. But someone like Jason, he will definitely correct you. So
Yes, he will. So be very careful
You have to
what
be
you
careful.
post.
yes.
So there is your Back from the Dead
That's
exclusive right there.
Yes. Behind the scenes woo. Chucky TV series. I'm very excited for it. Since I found out about it, I really couldn't believe it, I guess. And it's been a long time coming because of like COVID and stuff. We got like little snippets of like little animated whatever stuff for it. So it's been a long time coming. I'm very excited for it. You have so many of the returning cast coming back. I'm very curious to see, because like all the movies are still canon. So I'm very curious to see where they're going to go within this after Cult ended. I feel like there's going to be tie-ins maybe later on in the season, maybe not like initially, but I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited just to see all these returning characters. We got to see some of them a little bit throughout like Curse and Cult at the end, or you have like Andy and Colt. He comes back and plays like a little bit of a bigger part. I'm excited to see Kyle. We got to see her at the very end of Cult, but I'm very excited to see her actually there. Jennifer Tilly, she's back. Everyone's back. You have Devin Sawa in it. Come on. Like, what more can we ask for? I cannot wait for it. In that little teaser, we got to see the way the Chucky doll looks, and I love it. They said it was more inspired by the second doll, but you have like that hair, like that big kind of weird hair that Chucky has before it gets all like mangy and nasty looking.
Like real.
Yes, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. This is probably, I'm gonna keep saying, this would probably be maybe like the third thing that I'm like most excited for. Still excited for like Candyman and whatever. I'm excited for that, but just seeing Chucky in a TV series, I'm really interested to see like what they do with it, where they go.
Yeah, like especially kind of like you said, how it ends with cults. Because I listened to House of the Living Dead's episode of Creeping It Real, which great episode by the way too. With just like explaining the whole franchise and just to see where we go from there. I'm very, very excited to like. I'm more curious than anything because I think a Chucky TV series, it's a big risk, but I think it's time. I think it's passed since the remake as Destiny. We'll talk off screen because I was a little hurt by your thoughts on the remake.
Yeah, well, right back at you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We should have ended the whole. We should have ended replay or reboot with that. But I did actually thought about this. You know how with Cult of Chucky, there's the multiple Chucky dolls. What if the TV series did each season doing a different Chucky doll, like from a different parts of the world?
That would be fun. I'd be curious to see that. Especially, I can't really remember how Cult ended. I know a few of those. Well, a few. There's only like 3. I do know like one of them dies. But I would like to see those Chucky dolls from Cult just because I thought they were really funny. Just like the way they looked and stuff. So that'd be cool to see like multiple. I know in like the third one they wanted to have multiple, but they couldn't do it for budgeting reasons. But I always thought that would be cool just to have multiple Chucky dolls running around. So that would be a fun idea.
Yeah, I feel like that's just how you could expand the season too, versus like, because I feel like that's going to be the major worry. If it does succeed, how many seasons can you do? Yeah. And I feel like that's the best way to do it. And like your ultimate finale can be, oh, we got to find the original Chucky and kill him. And then everybody else, like, I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm sure they have figured it out. But otherwise, I'm very excited for the Chucky TV series. So, Brad, what are your thoughts about Chucky?
I'm excited about it, man. From the images that I was checking out here.
He's getting all choked up on Chucky.
A little bit of water.
Is that water in the can?
It's sparkling water. Yes.
Okay.
It's too early for him to drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the images look really cool. It's nice going back to the the more classical look of Chucky. I dig that. I really was a fan of what they did in the last 2 movies, Curse and Cult. I thought both of those were really solid, and taking and did a good job of taking the franchise into a new direction. So I think that's good, and yeah, I'm excited. I feel like this thing was announced like back in 2018, wasn't it, or around the same time the remake was announced. So I mean, hopefully it's good because they've had a lot of time to work on it. But we'll see, and yeah, I think it's cool just because this is one of the only franchises out there that's still running its original time frame, this original continuity. So I think there's a lot to be said about that, and hopefully they can do something cool with it and keep that continuity alive.
Yeah, absolutely. And you say you like the new direction. What about just keeping it simple and going one direction?
Well, I love One Direction. Could you imagine One Direction makes a cameo?
Oh my gosh! If it's Chucky, just
oh, he would probably kill him, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he doesn't like singers very well.
Look, as long as they don't kill off Harry Styles, sorry, other members, still love y'all, but Harry Styles, if he's okay, I would be perfectly fine. I'm a Harry Styles stan. Okay.
Something tells me he'd probably be the first one to go.
What? Actually,
yeah, he
would be like the Drew Barrymore of them, and you would expect him to live, and they'd kill him off first. Yeah, I would
precisely.
Or be like Britney Spears in Seed of Chucky, and because he's the most popular one, he gets the.
Yeah, just ran off the road. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Oops, I did it again.
Fucking Chucky.
I know him as crazy one-liners. I guess he had a little bit of influence on me with the one-liners, but
That's who we can blame, huh? This Chucky.
yeah, there you go. You can blame Chucky, or for my upcoming fan film, The Punisher.
Oh my gosh! Go ahead and just wrap it up.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Any okay. Me and Brad will take over for the rest of the show.
Okay, let me go ahead and leave. No, I'm just kidding. Any other thoughts about the Chucky TV series before we move on?
No,
I'm excited for that trailer.
I'm very excited for the trailer. Oh, also, really quick, from like little snippet, it looks like it takes place during like fall time. And that would be cool to have the Chucky, like, it's set during fall time. I would like to see that. With, like, all the leaves and stuff, I think it would go with Chucky's look very well because, you know, orange hair. Just the way he looks, I think fall time could really suit his whole vibe, I guess.
I could also see him easily hiding in some leaf piles and really just popping out and scaring people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be easy.
Be amazing. Him just hiding, fucking comes out with a knife, like screaming. I would love to see that.
Yeah, and another thing, like just like with the fall time, what if this Chucky, since it's coming out in October, they do something intertwining with Halloween, and like he could be like, you know, one of those Halloween props. If he just like a kid comes by, he goes, "What the fuck you looking at?" And then the kid just freaks out and goes away.
That'd be good so too. Cool.
Or just flipping off people.
Yes, have like a Halloween. Because, you know, usually in like series, they have like a Halloween episode. Just like, or they'll have a Christmas episode, stuff like that. That would be cool to have like specifically just like a Halloween episode within all this. I think that would
be really cool.
Everyone dressed up in costumes and stuff. I think that would look really cool.
Yeah.
I could see the protagonist of the show. I forgot the kid's name. But 14, freaking going trick-or-treating with Chucky, dude. How cool would that be, dude?
Oh my! Like everybody would be losing their minds, like just looking like, how is that doll moving?
Damn, he can really.
Well, he would like
doll.
Probably be carrying the doll, but you know what I mean. Like, could you imagine? Like, you know, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's see here. What else can we talk about? Oh, real quickly, I know what you did last summer, the Amazon TV series, or like the Amazon series. If y'all haven't know, we saw news lately that it's going to be coming out in October of 2021 sometime, according to Bloody Disgusting, which I think it's time that we bring more light onto I know what you did last summer. So quick thoughts on that. Let's go, Brad.
Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the movies. I've seen them all before. I mean, I should probably revisit at least the original one, but I don't remember being a huge fan of those. I think I've only seen them one time, so I'm not terribly excited for this. I'm also a little bit, and you guys probably know more about this than I do, so you guys will probably have better things to say. But I just feel like this whole production was just announced. It seems like it was yesterday. Like, I mean, it's a very recent announcement, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like it's been a really quick production, which always is a little bit concerning. Kind of like we saw. It was almost kind of like what we saw with the Black Christmas remake they did in 2019. It's like they announced it in June and it was out in December, kind of deal. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll still be good because it's going to Prime. So I think that's probably a good sign that it's going straight to Prime. Just because it's something that they might want to spend a little bit more time with and do good things with. But yeah, I mean, again, if they come out with a trailer or something, I'll check it out and see if it looks interesting for sure.
Right, Destiny.
I'm pretty excited for it. I'm curious to see like if they are going to take it sort of back to the original and kind of follow the same plot line of like a fisherman being killed. I'm excited, but I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it, just because I don't know if I would want to see the exact same thing like that done again, just because if they play it out like that, we kind of know how it would play out. I don't know if like maybe, I don't know. I'm curious. I am hopeful for it. I hope it's good. It's just like, I don't know what they would do with it, and then especially like a TV series, And like Chucky, I feel like you do have like more room to work with. With this, it's like I don't really know what you can do and how many episodes it would be, and if it would be kind of set in the same place, or maybe they'll do something like I talked about this before, but like the Sortie Row, like the remake for it, it very much feels like an I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, which would call back to House on Sortie Row, like the original, where someone dies on accident and like a prank gone wrong. So maybe if they did something like that, but still kept like certain elements from the original, I think that would be cool. I just don't know if I want to see the exact same thing played out, just longer, you know? So maybe if they did something different, because even in that, it wasn't a prank gone wrong, but they still do accidentally kill someone. I'm still curious because we don't really have much information about it. It's just kind of like, oh, we're doing this. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But I am excited to see more of I Know What You Did Last Summer, just because I'm a huge fan of the first two movies. It's just like I just don't know what they could really do with it. But
Right, kind of like how they can like expand upon the like to expand it like in the multiple, which I don't think so. I think this is like, in my opinion, just a one-off. I feel like that's the best way to do it based off this movie of I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I feel like it was just time like to refresh it up, to bring it back to light, to get a newer audience to it. So and plus I kind of like not knowing too, just so that my expectations are low. If then when we watch it, it can like really go up. But if it goes down, well, at least it's on Amazon, so it's not like a waste of like a TV series like on USA or a show like that. So I'm excited for it, and I can't wait. So let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is actually came out recently. The Pet Sematary Prequel. I had absolutely no idea that they were going to do this prequel idea. So, Destiny, I know you've been doing like lately. You've seen the remake of Pet Sematary, and that you're reading the book. So, any thoughts about a prequel? Is it a good idea or?
For my belief, like it's a prequel to the remake, right? I was trying to look at it, and that's kind of what it seems like. But
I feel like that's the only way you can go about it.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird to try to do a prequel to the original one, just because it's been so long. But I mean, I'm interested in it. I think I would rather see a prequel than like a sequel, because I feel like if they did that, if you've seen the remake, you know pretty much everyone dies in the end and they come back. But with this, it would be, I think, better just to go back. And it doesn't, I was reading it, I don't know how far back it's going. I don't think it's going to be like the very first, time like that something's came back from the pet cemetery. I don't think they would go that far, because that would be a whole different like era, I guess, because it's like during like Indian times and stuff. That's what it's all about, is like Indian burial and stuff like that. So I'm interested in it. I was not a fan of the 2019 remake at all, but I'm still gonna watch this. I'm still hopeful for it, especially if it's just new characters, because I think that was my issue really with the remake. Is like I didn't like things that they chose differently for the characters, except for Ellie dying instead of Gage. I did like that, because I think that's the best thing to do, because you have like an older person dying, and so she's able to like talk more about death and stuff. But I don't know, I'm curious to see what they do with it. I just want to know like how far back are they going, because I feel like no matter what, it's always going to just be like the same story, like someone's going to die, an animal's going to die, they come back to life. I kind of want to know more about the burial ground itself, or if we get more of like the Wendigo, that would be cool, because that's like a bigger part of the book, and that's not really shown like at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's the direction they can go.
Yeah, that's some more stuff you can do, just more like creepy stuff. I'm still about like halfway through the book. I need to finish it, but I don't know. I'm just interested. I'm curious, just because like this, it almost came out of nowhere. I wasn't ever really expecting to see more of Pet Sematary continuing, just because of how like the 2019 movie was.
Mhm.
But I'll still watch it. I just hope it goes more into like the backstory of the burial ground itself.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the best direction to take it to. Like I really do, because it's a simple story, and you can't really go forward. You can only go back. And so prequel, I'm okay with it. I really didn't ask for it, but I'm not going to say no to not watching it. Brad, any thoughts?
Yeah, so Pet Cemetery is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations out there. It's one of my favorite novels he did as well. I think it's fantastic. It's a great story. Obviously, I'm referring to the original Pet Cemetery, not the 2019 one. So I really do love the story that it has and everything. So I'll definitely check this out. I'm a little bit concerned because it's written by Jeff Bueller, who did the writing for 2019's movie. So we'll see what happens. Again, I mean, it's not that story was bad or anything. I think it, really just had some other issues besides just the writing. But I mean, the story itself was a Stephen King story anyway. So we really don't know what he was capable of writing. He did his thing. He changed it. Now, Lindsay Bear is going to be the director here. It's going to be her directorial debut, and she also wrote the final draft of the movie. So who knows what kind of influence she has in the story. So that could be interesting too. Now, just to give you a little bit of gauge of where, no pun intended, of where this will be landing. Jackson White is going to be in this thing. He's going to be playing a young version of Judd. So that's probably going to be about the time frame of when this thing is set. So when in the movie and in the book we see Judd experimented up there with his dog in the pet cemetery. So I'm going to guess it's going to be that story. And then the other story of the dude, Ted, or whatever his name was, that he tells in the original movie, where after he did the dog thing, he went in and they tried the thing with the human, and he ended up burning the house down and killing his whole family, kind of deal. So it could be that story. It could, if they also want to go off the 2019 version. Well, I know Judd tried to do something with he tried to do this thing with his wife or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, in that version of the adaptation. But I think it'll be farther back than that. So I don't know if that'll be the story we get. But yeah, I think it's going to be back when Judd was a kid and he does the dog thing, and then the adult that kills his family and burns the house down, kind of deal. It would be my prediction, and I would be okay with that. I mean,
yeah,
it'd be new because in the movie, the adaptation we get introduced to Gage's family, and you have that character of Judd kind of setting everything up. So this would be kind of a new, fresh take on it, where they're kind of discovering it or whatever. And it's going to be set up a little bit differently, I think. So it'll be, I think it has potential to be decent. The cast looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's like just like if you have a strong cast, like it could help a movie, but it's always at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to writing and directing. And I'm just going to be hopeful. I'm not going to set high expectations for this.
With the 2019 one, I know that it was more, from what I've heard, it was like you have like 27 years something with you get like the IP for so long, and then after that time frame it would go back to like Stephen King, I guess, but they're doing this now, so it makes me wonder if that was actually true or not. So I feel like in the 2019 one it was pretty rushed, and they were just trying to get it out there while they still had the title. And so I think maybe with this, like with some more time and more like thought, because like watching the 2019 one, I could tell that they obviously knew the story, because there's stuff from what I read in the book that was in there that wasn't really in the original. They just changed it up, and I think they made weird choices to change. I've said it multiple times, like when Ellie falls whenever she's trying to climb up the barrier, and then she gets hurt, but she also gets stung at the same time, which I thought was just stupid. But it's because like in the book, Gage gets stung, and that's how like Judd, he like comes up and like takes it out for him and stuff. There was like a lot of those little changes that really just irks me. But it's like, even if they were doing those small changes, obviously someone knows the book because they're still including the stuff from the book, just changing it up, which I didn't like. But I think maybe with this, they have more time. Because it's like, I wasn't a fan of it, and I think it's because I do love the original so much, and it was just like the little stuff that they changed. But I still think it had a lot of potential, so I think this could also have a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they have more time, it's not so rushed to hurry up and try to get it out there before they don't have it anymore. So I think it could still be great.
Yeah, I think from what the article said, and I don't know, it might be kind of going back to what you said about the rights going back to Stephen King or whatever. But the article actually, outside of Jeff Bueller, it doesn't even mention the 2019 movie. It just says it's going to be an origin story to Stephen King's novel. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it may just, it may have nothing to do at all with the 2019 movie. It may just be the same writer and whatnot. So that's kind of cool if it goes back. I think if you get that, if they're trying to go back to the novel, which I mean, it's probably going to be a similar story regardless. But if you're going off the novel and not off the movie, then you're going to have, the Wendigo thing and all that stuff like that as well. So I think there's potential for a decent story there for sure.
Yeah,
because they set it up nice. They set it up nice in the book about this mystique past of the burial grounds up there. Like you can tell in the book and in the original movie that there's a rich history up there of things that's gone wrong. So, I mean, it just kind of leaves it at that in the book. But we can fill in some gaps here, and I think it could be pretty neat.
Oh yeah, and it's I like that we're focusing because like Judd, especially in the original, he's just such a standout character. You can tell like he knows like a lot more than I think is like let on, and that's kind of shown in the book. You do get to see like little parts of it when they're talking, but I think it'd be cool just to have a movie that focuses more on him, just because even in like the remake, he's still like a great character. I like Judd a lot, and really both of them, because he's there kind of just trying to help, but everything goes wrong. So it's going to be cool just to see kind of more of what went wrong with him. We know it's the dog and stuff, but just to see more of that play out, I think that would be nice to see.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just sitting here, just like really like focusing on your all's conversation, just because don't have the biggest knowledge for Pet Sematary. I just know I love the original, and I can go about an hour of why I hate the remake, starting with the trailer. But we're not going to do that, so that'll just be for another rant video. But I'm excited for it. I can obviously tell you guys are very interested in it. So we'll the next time we hear anything about this prequel for Pet Sematary, we will let you guys know.
Yes.
So there you go. Let's see.
I want a sequel to Pet Sematary 2, man. That's what we need.
I still have to watch that one. I didn't know that was a movie till like last year, maybe, or like the year before that. I had never heard of it before.
Yeah, Brad, didn't we, when we went to see the Walking Dead set, we actually saw the set of Pet Sematary 2 where they filmed a couple of shots?
Maybe. I don't know. I
think I remember something like there was a sign on like one of the buildings that said this was like a scene that was shot in Pet Sematary 2. I'll check my old photos and all that.
That's awesome.
But all right, we got two more stories and we'll go quickly with them. Rob Zombie, The Munsters, has been official. I know that's kind of like announced around the July time frame, but let's remind you again for all the people that love Rob Zombie. We know who you are, but I'm excited because like they're already doing costume designing and the designing of the house, which I think both look absolutely fantastic. Rob Zombie's definitely putting his own style to it. Brad, what are your thoughts? It's confirmed, baby.
Yeah, baby. I'm excited, man. I love some Rob Zombie, especially if he gets something he's passionate about and something that he really puts his own spin on things and works on, as opposed to some of the other things that he's done where, some of his stuff's hit or miss, but as far as, a lot of his stuff, I really enjoy it. So I'm excited. And it looks like he is going to put in some effort because he's going to dang Budapest to film this thing, and he's, which I think is cool. And what's cool about Rob Zombie is he doesn't take shortcuts, man. He He works hard on his productions, as you can. I mean, at least the first few that I really followed. But yeah. And then he's announced already, of course, Sherry Moon's going to be in there and Jeff Daniel Phillips. So I think that is cool. Does obviously some of his go-tos. So I'm excited to see. I don't know much about the Munsters, but I'm excited to see what Rob Zombie does with it. In short.
Yeah. And Destiny, you love your Rob Zombie. I know you're excited down there.
I am very excited. Like Brad, I'm not familiar with the Munsters. I've seen pictures, but I've never actually seen the show itself. And I think already being a fan of Rob Zombie and not already having that existent attachment to it, it helps me be more excited because I've seen people who love the Munsters and they're like, oh my god, he's gonna ruin it. I don't have that connection whatsoever, so I'm all for it. He's definitely putting in the work. If you follow his Instagram or even Sherry Moon Zombie's Instagram, they do little updates of the costume designs and the car and how they're going to be not just doing the house, but it's going to be the whole neighborhood, I guess, for the Munsters. Like I said, I don't really know because I haven't seen it before. I do want to watch it though before this comes out, just to kind of see where it's different and where it's similar. I really don't think Rob Zombie is going to do his Rob Zombie thing. I don't think they're going to be fuck, bitch, whatever. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to do that. I just couldn't imagine that. And I think because he is so passionate about it, everyone's saying he's going to ruin it. I really don't think he's not going into this going to be yeah, I'm going to fucking make, obviously make it his own, but not be I'm going to make it something like House of Thousand Corpses. I don't see that happening at all. I feel this is going to be very much more tame. I think it's going to be pretty different from his style, with it not being white trash. And I don't think it's going to be so much cussing. I think it's definitely going to be probably more family focused, which I'm really excited to see him just do something that's different and not from his normal style. But he's definitely putting in the work, all the effort for it, and you can tell he really cares about this. I'm really hoping it's great so people can be maybe he's not that bad, so if you could just prove some people wrong, because I'm a huge defender. Some stuff he does, I'm like, come on, Rob, you're making it hard for me to defend you here. But I think this could really maybe just change people's minds, or people are just going to go in just already thinking it's trash. So we'll see. I'm hoping it's going to be just something different from the norm for him. That way people will kindly shut up. And I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah, very kindly. Yeah, and if they don't like it, they just scroll on. It's let Destiny have it. Let us have it. I'm not familiar with the Munsters too, so I would like to watch it. I know there's one particular clip that's always played continuously. It's the Frankenstein's speech about it doesn't matter what the color of your skin, it's the size of your heart. I'm hoping that's the right show. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm excited just mainly it's Rob Zombie. He's going to put his unique style to with the costume designs, the setting, because Rob Zombie always does a great job with that. So that's what I'm more excited about. The stories and the dialogue and all that, that's going to be low. I'm not too concerned with it, but I'm easily happy to watch this, and I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And Brad, did you have any, or do y'all have any last thoughts on that? I think we got to talk about one more story super quick.
No. I mean, I think he's obviously a huge fan of the Munsters and just Universal horror in general. That's really his favorite thing. And so I think I would hope people, if they knew that, they'd be okay, maybe he will do something great with it. But Rob Zombie is always just a hot topic in the horror community. But I have high hopes for it. I really hope he just blows everyone's expectations out the water. I really hope it's great.
Yeah, and just to kind of piggyback off what you said, he seems to be very passionate about this project as well. I know he tweeted as soon as it was official that this is something he's been trying to do for years, and he's really excited about it. And I can tell already with him freaking traveling around the world just to get this thing done. So I think, yeah, I think his passion behind it's really going to make it stand out amongst some of his most recent work. So I think that'll be good, man, and hopefully it brings him back to glory.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I think, in my opinion, he's at glory. But yeah, we're excited, and if we get any more news on that, we'll be sure to include it in the next episode of Back from the Dead if it happens. But the last story I want to quickly touch upon, just because it's like taking over the storm of the horror community right now. Halloween Ends will not be like it will be set in a different time, like I believe either 3 or 4 years from what I understood. So quick thoughts on that about that, because I know we can easily go an hour on this, or I would say 30 minutes on this topic. So very quick thoughts about the news about Halloween Ends not going to be on the same night as Halloween Kills.
I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like the idea of it all not being like, obviously, I wouldn't think that Ends would also be like October 31st, because that would be a fucking long ass night. That would just be a long night. I was thinking it would probably the very end of October going into November 1st. That's what I kind of thought it would be. Having it set 2, 3, 4, whatever years later, I think it leaves more questions that I guess we'll see how it plays out. My big thing that I keep thinking is like, so what happens in Kills at the very end? Like, where's Michael going to go? What is he going to do? Is he going to get locked up again? And then he's going to escape again? We've already seen that. And I don't really want to see that again. We saw that in Halloween 2018 where he's locked up and escapes. So it just makes me really wonder, where the fuck is Michael Myers going to go after Kills ends? And like, I don't know. It leaves just so many questions that and the fact that they're changing it has me a little concerned. Because like, this seems like it was the game plan when they went in, having the trilogy all set, back. And for them just to really, unless they've known about this for a while and they're just now announcing it. Hopefully this wasn't like they thought about this like 2 weeks ago and they're like, you know what we should do? This story's like a lot better. We should just do it like this. It has me concerned, but I'm still going to see it no matter what. I still trust them. It just a lot of questions about like why, like what happened for that to happen. But I guess we will see.
Brad, what about you? Where do you think Michael goes from here for like 3 or 4 years time?
I'm pumped about it. I think it's a great decision. We talked about this on our stream or a show we did with Matt Fauci, like probably, I don't know, last summer sometime. It's been a while. Maybe it was last October. And I think we all agreed that it'd be a good decision to do that, to split it up a little bit because of just the logistics of having 3 movies back to back all in the same time frame. It's like you're pretty much seeing this stuff play out in real time at that point. So I think I really like that idea because I think it gives you a chance to kind of allow Kills to do its thing and be this brutal freaking nonstop action, freaking everybody's dying kind of deal where Michael's slaying fools, and then it gives you a chance to breathe a little bit after that. It gives you a chance for the characters, whoever survives Kills, to have some time to really think about what happened in Kills, and for time to grieve their loss and things like that. It's going to add a lot more things to it, I think, from a story standpoint. I think there's potential there to really to have some nice character moments and things like that. And then obviously, like maybe in the third one, whoever survives the attacks of Kills becomes the hunter, and it has a good. I think it has a good potential to make an interesting story. And I also like it because the fact that they changed it to me tells me that they came up with a really cool idea, because they already had something mapped out, and it was something that they were confident with, something they were excited about when they did Kills and Ends together, when they had that plan. At this point, for them to go in and say, no, we're going to scrap that initial idea and do something different, to me, that tells me they came up with something really cool and really interesting. So I'm hoping that's the case. I don't think it was I don't think it's going to be a situation where like, the first version sucked and they're like, oh, we have to change this before we go to camera. I think it's something where they just came up with a better idea, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Mainly, like for me, I think this can benefit the Allison character because I think she's going to live at the end of Kills, and I feel like my bold predictions are like Karen's going to die, and that her and Lori is going to train Allison within that time frame so that Allison can be ready to help Lori with Michael in that 3 or 4 time frame. But I prefer it, honestly, just to let it be in one night. Like, Brad, I know I could understand your point to letting it breathe, but I think the original idea was to have this in one night, and I feel like you have to carry out that original idea. Even if you come out with a better idea, sometimes it's just good just to go with the plan you've already laid out. So, but either way, I'm ready for ends. I'm more ready for kills, so I'm all for it. No matter what they throw at this point, I'm ready for it.
I'll say this as well. I think another thing to think about with this thing is it adds a little bit more psychological terror to this because, it's all in the same night. You're running from Michael. Great. Oh yeah, we all know what's going on. It's fantastic. It's scary. But when you add in this thing where Michael gets away at the end and you have no idea where he's at, that adds a little bit more of a psychological feel to it. It's kind of harps back to the original movie 78 where he's gone from the yard and you just hear him breathing. He could be anywhere. You have no idea. And you don't know if he's ever going to come back. So I like that aspect of it. And I think it could really add some nice, a nice psychological dose to this movie where the characters who have survived kills are like, is he coming back? Should we be worried? I mean, where's he at? What's going to happen? Like, I think it adds a little bit to that as well. So I'm excited about it.
Destiny?
Yeah. Also, I read something that Jamie Lee Curtis herself said, and to me, this really makes me think like she is going to live through Kills. She said that like Halloween Ends is most likely going to be her last time playing Laurie Strode. So I think just her saying that kind of shows that she will most likely survive in Kills. Because I kind of thought I think it would have been a different idea for her to get killed off in Kills because I feel like most people aren't really expecting that. But seeing that, I was like, okay, I don't think she's going to die in Kills now. I think it will be like her and Allison, and then I think Lori will most likely die in Ends, and then I feel like that's always kind of been like either she's going to die in this one or she's probably going to die in the next one. Allison, no matter what, will probably be the ultimate like final girl out of everyone. I'm so curious. I'm rooting for Cameron. I've said this almost every time I talk about it. I know he was an asshole in 2018. We all make our mistakes though, but I'm really rooting for him. I would love to see him make it to Ends. I don't know if we're going to get that, but I really hope. I think that would be cool. Like maybe him and Allison do end up together because they have like shared trauma. I don't know really where I'm going with this now, but that would be fun. I just want to see more Cameron.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about him. Like, just like for me, but I can understand where you're coming from with Cameron. Like, he's just like a good redemption story, which Cameron, I feel like out of anybody, he can fulfill that role of a redemption story for sure. Any other last thoughts about Halloween Ends before we go into some fan films?
Nope. I'm excited.
Brad?
All good, pal.
Alrighty, we're gonna quickly go through the fan films, like kind of like the updates and all that, which all their links will be in the description down below as well. So if you want more detail, be sure to click on those links. The first one, we'll go ahead and just go simple here with My Special Boy, The Haddonfield Nightmare, and Dylan's New Nightmare. Nothing really new to report on those. They're still they are still going strong. I believe they're meeting their goals, I believe, for the most part. I know the Haddonfield Nightmare is wrapping up production here soon. And then Dylan's New Nightmare, My Special Boy are preparing for production. Oh, you got a thought?
Oh, Dylan's New Nightmare, there's still a Indiegogo campaign for that. That's still going. Yeah, I think it ends, or maybe it ended by now. I don't think so, but it ends soon. I think.
Mm-hmm. I think of today actually of this recording, but like I think like there's still a way you can still donate if you just talk to them. So either way, you can still donate.
And one thing to think about too, this isn't actual news or anything that's been announced yet or confirmed by the producers of the movie from the horror show there. But Canada is opening up the borders back to United States here next month, I think. So there might be potential for, because I know the one thing that held them up is Dave McRae is playing Freddy and he lives in Canada and the production's in Arizona, so they couldn't get him down here to do the movie. So we might hear something, some kind of update here soon. I would just based on that news alone. It's just speculation at this point, but it's just something to think about.
Okay, and we'll go back to that like for the September episode with the Dylan's New Nightmare. As Brad, I'm glad you pointed that out. And Destiny, I'm glad you pointed out as well with the campaign and still donate. Let's see here. The Sawyer Massacre. I talked to Steve Merlo, and the latest update on that is that they hit their campaign goal. They're now funding in demand for the next 6 months, and that they're going to go into production in March. So that is the latest news on the Sawyer Massacre. Destiny, you found the new Indiegogo campaign. Do you want to go into detail about that?
Yes. So, and this was just, I think the campaign for it opened up yesterday, I believe. So you still have plenty of time to donate if you would like or pick up those perks. But it's the events surrounding Peeping Tom. Peeping Tom from like the 60s, right before Psycho. Your original slasher, in my opinion. Obviously, it's not necessarily like following that exact thing, but it does have a Peeping Tom, and if you want to see a little trailer for it, if you go to the campaign, it's there. But it is directed by Hannah Fierman. She plays the siren character from Amateur Night, I believe, that segment in VHS. She's the one that says, "I like you." She's the one, her face splits open. In VHS. But she's the one that is directing it, so I'm very excited for that. But Damien Maffei is going to be in it. Felicity Rose is going to be it. There's a lot of like the same characters from the Time's Up movie that they did. They're going to be in it. So far from the trailer, the little snippet that they showed, you have what looks like Damien Maffei. He's going to be playing the Peeping Tom, but you have another character that is spying on our Peeping Tom. So that was very cool. I really wasn't expecting that. So you pretty much have your stalker being stalked. So
that's a fun direction to go.
I know, right? Because I was just like, okay, that's cool, because from Peeping Tom, it's just the one guy who has like family trauma and he's like struggling with that and like lashing out on like other women. But with this, it's very cool to see the stalker being stalked. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, the campaign is up. There's a lot of cool perks. You can just get like signed autographs, like pictures from like Hannah Fierman or Damon Maffei or Felicity Rose. Like that's some of their like perk options, which I always thought was cool. Just if you don't want something necessarily from the movie, but you still have a chance to pick up something and you can just get something signed if you're not like able to meet them somewhere. So I thought that was pretty awesome. But it looks great from that little, I believe it was like 4 minutes, like a 4-minute like snippet. And I don't believe this part is like in the movie. I think they just filmed it just for this kind of show, like where they're going to take their like ideas. But it's awesome to see Hannah Fierman like directing something. I love that, just because she is like a horror staple in the genre. I think her character, it's like a standout character, but to see her actually not acting but taking on a directing role, I thought that was pretty awesome to see. So I'm very excited for it. They've been like talking about it for a few months now, but finally got some actual like footage. So definitely support that if you're interested.
Yeah, the other one I saw was the Friday the 13th Roseblood. I believe that is shooting for an October release. The characters of Tina and Cruz are back, and badass Jason. I got the trailer in the description below. I highly suggest you watch it. It's awesome. And let's see here. Two more I want to go into is Valentine Bluffs. I talked to Matt Fauci, a good friend to all of us, and he has informed me that they have almost are reaching their next stretch goal of 35K, which that is incredible for a Indiegogo campaign for a fan film, and that is just incredible. And they're closing in on the start of production for Valentine Bluffs. If you don't know, it is a fan film for My Bloody Valentine, and easily go support them because I think it's going to be fantastic. Because I know Matt is super, super excited for it. And the last fan film, this is new, and I promised him I give him a good shout out on this. And Tyler, if I'm mispronouncing your last name, I do apologize. Tyler Auction has informed me of a new fan film called Night of the Living Dead, which is going to be a direct sequel to the OG 1968 Night of the Living Dead by George Romero, and is written by Tyler, and the directors are Kenny Scott Guffey. If I again mispronounce it, I do apologize. I'm the absolute worst. And then Jake C. Young. So want to give you all a special shout out for that. They got an Indiegogo campaign right now, so they could really use your support, and go support to them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to see. I haven't really seen many Night of the Living Dead sort of
fan films
being made, so that's pretty awesome. Especially, like, I looked, their goal was like $7,000, but like the original was also made for so little, and so much work went into like the whole movie by everyone, like working like double jobs. So I think with these kind of movies, like, less is more. So I'm really excited for it, and I've seen like pictures that he's posted, like location scouting and stuff, and I think they found this one old looking house, and it just like screams like the original house. Like, it's old, it's kind of like worn down a little bit, so it's very exciting. I'm happy to see something different. Love Friday the 13th, love Halloween, but it's always cool to see different fan films with other like IPs. So
right, yeah, absolutely. And that's all I got for fan news. Did y'all have anything else you wanted to include?
I think that is it.
Alrighty. Brad, I'll let you take the forefront on this one for horror anniversaries. Where do you want to go?
Well, let's start simple. So we're just going to combine them, and we'll tell you which month they came out in. But obviously, we got 2 episodes to make up for, so we got July and August for anniversaries. And we'll go ahead and start here with the 5-year anniversaries from the months of July and August. You guys have the list. There's a few for July. I think there's 4 for July we have here, and then one for August. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. And all this is according to IMDb.
Okay, cool. So I know one that Bertman's excited about. 5-year anniversary from July is going to be Sharknado 4.
Guilty pleasures.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that one, honestly. I don't know what I've seen from those movies.
You're not missing much.
I don't.
Yeah.
And sorry, Heather, if you're watching this. But.
I know. Heather loves them, and I love that she loves them. And I will watch them one day for her. But
Brett likes them too.
No, I really do. Like they're stupid fun. So you just got to turn off your brain. Like it's just stupid fun. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
So
I think I've seen the first and second.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw the first one, and that was enough for me. But so going also back to July, another one that I really like. This is actually a movie that I've revisited a few times since then, and it's one that it was a nice surprise for me that year. Was Lights Out, July of 2016 is when it came out. I thought that movie was fantastic, man. It was good.
Oh yeah, I love Lights Out. Very spooky.
Yeah, I highly suggest, because I did it. Completely get as dark as you can and watch it. Yeah, and it makes a difference.
You gotta keep the light on, Bird. You'll die.
You'll die.
I'm still here, right?
I don't know. The TV gave you enough light.
Watching that trailer for that movie one night I had just gotten off work, I had closed, and then I went home. I was home alone because my mom was working that night too. So it was like 12, and I had just watched the trailer. I was terrified. I do not like ghost women. They freak me the fuck out. So like I was so scared that whole night.
Yeah, that was a solid one.
It
It was creepy, man. It was solid. I like that one.
Some of them can be great.
Another one which I just watched recently is Train to Busan. 5 years. It came out in July as well. I thought that one was good. They just came out with the sequel to that, which I think is on Shudder, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought that movie was really good too.
Oh yeah, easily probably my favorite zombie movie. Oh my god, did I fucking cry! I watched the kill count while it was still up, and I think I cried harder watching the kill count than I did the actual movie. Like I was sobbing. I was like, I need to put this down. I can't. That movie is fantastic.
It's a great movie.
I'm not going to talk about the third act because it just chokes me up every time. But yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a great zombie movie. It's my favorite zombie movie, and the only one I've given it a 5 out of 5 for.
It's awesome, yeah. I still need to see the sequel, but that was a good one. And again, a really solid flick. Another one from July. This is the last one for July I have for 5 years, and that's going to be Purge Election Year, the third installment in the Purge trilogy, which I thought that one was decent. I thought it was it was very similar to Anarchy, which, obviously it's cool to see that on here because the new one just came out, which I thought was surprisingly pretty solid too. But yeah, did you guys like that one?
I've never seen it, but I'm like with the Purge. For me, I'm just satisfied with the first two.
Cool.
I've seen it. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I remember like just parts of it. I want to go back and rewatch Anarchy and Election Year, and I haven't seen the first Purge, so the fourth one.
I was like, so you haven't seen Ethan Hawke? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that one, and I saw that one in theaters.
I think
I have not seen.
I think Election Year. If you like the Anarchy, you'll like Election Year. They're very similar. They're very. I mean, I get them mixed up a lot because they're pretty much the same movie. But going to August, 5 years, we got Don't Breathe, which is another fantastic. Again, we got a sequel to that coming around the corner. And I remember when that and Lights Out came out back to back in that year. That was a good year.
Sorry, I couldn't breathe there for a minute. You said Don't Breathe. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, Britt.
Yeah,
Don't Breathe was a lot of fun. Again, fucking trailers, man. They ruined a part of it. That would have been a fucking great surprise if it wasn't for that trailer. But Don't Breathe was great. Also, I forgot, I did actually have 2 more that I found for July. So my bad.
Shoot.
Yeah,
no, you're good.
So for July, I found Blair Witch. Have y'all seen that one?
The remake?
Yeah, like the remake / like sequel, because it's still canon.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. I know a lot of people weren't a big fan. I think there was like some missed opportunities for it that they could have done because it has to do with time travel in that one. Like, that was probably my favorite part was like the time travel aspect. People have said they've been there for like 4 days, but it's really only been 1 day. But the witch fucking them up. I really enjoyed that one. And then I also found a movie called Satanic, and I'm only including it because I did see it. I don't remember a lot about it, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Have y'all seen Modern Family?
I have. The TV show?
Yes.
Yes.
I think her name was Haley in the TV show. She plays the older daughter for like Phil.
Yes.
Or I think maybe Haley's the mother. I can't remember. She's in it and she's on the cover, so that's the reason why I watched it, because I was obsessed with Modern Family at one point. But I remember I enjoyed it. But it's called Satanic. Yeah, that's it.
There you go. I'll add it to the watch list for sure. If in Blair Witch, I'm just iffy on that. So, but I'm glad it's celebrating an anniversary this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Okay. We'll move to the 10-year mark. We only have a couple here, unless you found anything else, Destiny. Both of those are going to be for August. And one's going to be the Fright Night remake, which I never saw. I don't know how you guys feel about it. The original one I like. And the second is going to be Final Destination 5. Both came out in August of 2011, which I thought that one was pretty solid.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Final Destination 5 is my favorite of
Ooh.
the series. I love it, especially if you haven't seen it. You have to watch it. Try not to find anything else about it, just because it, not knowing anything, but besides it's a Final Destination movie, it just makes that experience so much better. And then I've seen the Fright Night remake. I actually saw that first, and it's been a while. But what I can remember, like, I really enjoyed it. I always forget the character's name, and I've done this in like one of our other episodes, but he passed away way too early, and I thought he was great in it. He has a complicated name, so I can never remember it. But rest in peace. I thought it was still a fun movie. Some weird CGI at some points with like bats. That's what I remember. But besides that, I thought it was still a great movie. And it has fucking McLovin, right?
What, McLovin's in it?
I think he is, because I think he plays. I want to say it is him. I am almost positive it is him. I think he plays maybe the character of like what would be your evil Ed in this one. Not necessarily so like out there, but I'm pretty sure that's like his role in the movie. Almost positive. So.
Yeah, from what I remember on the Fright Night remake, it's Colin Farrell playing the main bad guy, which I thought that was a good person to play from the original guy, which I can't remember his name on the top of
Chris
my head.
Sarandon.
Yes, him. Woo. And because I love the original Fright Night, because I've recently watched it last year in October, and I absolutely love it. So I got to join in on those dance moves there. But for Final Destination 5, I believe I have as my number 2 favorite of the Final Destinations, especially what they do in it, which I'm not going to say it because, like Destiny, go into it empty-minded. So it's a good time.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Awesome.
Anybody have any more for 10-year anniversaries?
No, that's all I can find.
All right, we're going to 15 years here. So one note that that Brettman threw on here was 2006 in July was a Halloween 25 Years of Terror. I think it was a DVD or Blu-ray that came out that year.
Yeah, it's like a documentary series, and I thought that would pique your interest, Brad.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember checking that thing out. It was pretty solid. That's all we have notated for July. And August has some good ones here for 15. It's I know one of Brett's favorites. I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Again,
yes. Amazing movie.
Damn it, Josh.
Fantastic.
But I know Brett. He recently saw Snakes on the Plane. That's going to be one from August of 2006, and so is The Descent, which is fantastic movie overall.
Yeah, The Descent is one of my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. Absolutely love The Descent. And Destiny was the one that finally gave me the final push to see Snakes on a Plane. And I thought it was a really fun time because I have had it with these. Now, I'm not going, that motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that The Descent is on your top 10 list because after rewatching Snakes on a Plane, and it's been years. Oh my god, it felt like riding a fucking bike. I knew all the words. It just came back to me. Snakes on a Plane, it's on my top 10 list. I have to because I
awesome.
love it so much. So it's funny you mentioned The Descent. The Descent is also amazing. That's one of those movies that I watched as a kid, like at my dad's house, and it's a movie that whenever I would talk to people that weren't in the horror community, just like talking just to people, no one knew what it was. So I was so happy once I joined like the horror community and like it got a lot more like love because people knew about it. The Descent's amazing. Snakes on a Plane is amazing. I don't know what you did last summer. Also, Brad, how could you forget Snakes on a Train?
I almost included that as a joke. I'm like, nah.
I wrote it down. I have not seen it. And apparently from what I saw, it came out a couple days before Snakes on a Plane, but it's definitely one of those things. They saw that Snakes on a Plane was being made, so they made Snakes on a Train. It's a fucking B movie to a B movie, so it's like a C movie, I guess. I want to check it out just because I love Snakes on a Plane so much. I'm curious, but I thought I would just throw that one out there for some laughs.
We got Snake on a Plane. We got Snakes on a Train. Now we just need Snakes in an Automobile. I think we need the fourth movie, Snakes on a Train. You know where I'm going with this, Brad, right? Because I can't say a whole bunch of words together.
Snakes on a Boat.
Snakes on everything. Might as well.
Yeah.
Snakes on ice cream. No, I'm
There
just
you
kidding.
go.
Don't do that. It's bad.
Okay.
Next
All right, that's enough snakes. So we'll go on to 20 now if you guys are ready for it.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
20 damn year anniversary in July. We got This Is My Strong Hand. Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 2, which I remember that was a pretty good one in July. Now, August, we have some doozies as well. We got The Others, the old Nicole Kidman flick, which, honestly, I need to revisit that one. I haven't seen it since probably the time it came out, and I really don't remember it. Session 9, which was a doozy as well, a nice little flick. And then Jeepers Creepers all came out in August as well, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've never seen The Others or Session 9, so I don't know much about it. The other thing I know about The Others is Are You Mad? I Am Your Daughter with Michael Jackson in Scary Movie 3. That's the only thing I know.
That's what that's from?
That's where that's from.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen The Others. I have not seen Session 9. There's another one that I found, which I haven't seen, but it's on The Last Drive-In. They did an episode for it. It's called Audition.
I had that written down too.
Yeah.
Like I did at one point. If I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember this, but
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's pretty. I heard it's great, and it's very like bloody. There's like a lot of like nasty gore. That's what I've heard. So I still need to see it, but it is on season 3 of The Last Drive-In. If anyone's curious, because that's where I was watching it.
Nice.
But thought I would include that.
And
Absolutely.
Then, of course, Scary Movie 2. I almost prefer that to the first one because that's how good it is, in my opinion. But I still pick the first one over just because, like, I relate, because of the horror movies I love, it's more in first one than the second one.
But the second
Definitely,
one, still great.
Yeah, and definitely, guys, I would definitely recommend The Others and Session 9. Both of those are very solid flicks. I think you guys would both like them quite a bit. We'll move on down to 25 years. We don't have anything for those, but we do have 30 years, which is going to be freaking Child's Play 3, which came out August 1991. Which, hell, man, I didn't realize how old that one was, but yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was okay. Like kind of like Destiny, like you, Chris, and Chad were saying. The setting just didn't like do anything for me. Like it was an interesting idea on paper. It just didn't really do much. But I did love the third act of Child's Play 3, and it's still a good time, but just towards like one of the bottom ones for me.
Yeah, the third act really is great. And like I was saying earlier with the Chucky series, like if they were able to do multiple Chuckies running around like the military camp place, I think that would have been a lot of fun to have multiple, but they weren't able to, so
and they wear the little army suits and Chucky is the general. Oh my god.
That would have been cute. I would have liked
Presto.
Presto.
You did.
You're dead.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I like that one quite, that entry. 35 years, man. A lot of good ones here again, too. 1986. Again, in July, we got Psycho 3. Oh my gosh, man. Look at these, man. You got Psycho 3, you got Aliens, and you get Maximum Overdrive in July. So Aliens obviously is going to stand out there as something pretty awesome. And in August of 1986, oh my gosh, man, look at this.
I know. We're going to have so much fun with this one.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Lives, Friday the 13th, obviously part 6, came out in August. August the 1st, actually. It's actually got a birthday coming up here today. So happy birthday, Jason Lives. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, there we go.
Happy birthday.
The Fly came out, Night of the Creeps, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So what a doozy. That's a good year of horror right there, man.
Oh, yeah.
True. That's also, like the prime.
I found one more for July, and I haven't seen it, but it was in the In Search of Darkness documentary, and a lot of people talk about it. The movie Vamp.
Okay.
I have not seen it, but I believe it's on Tubi now, so if anyone wants to watch it, it's on my watch list, but I also found that came out in July.
Very cool.
6.
Hell yeah. But dadgum, August of 1986, like like when I was researching this, I'm like, holy crap, what a way to be a like AMC A-list holder and watch all those movies. Would have been incredible. The Fly, which is the remake with Jeff Goldblum, um, absolutely fantastic. It's such a damn good movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I need to give that a rewatch just because I was so turned off by it the first time, just because I was expecting a serious movie. But now I know it's more fun. I just need to learn to relax with it. I feel like I'll enjoy it the second time. Mm-hmm. And then 86, Aliens, one of the best sequels of all time. It's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have not seen The Fly, and I feel like that's one of those movies. Whenever I say it, people are like, "You haven't seen it?" I'm like, I haven't. I do know what it is, and I haven't
seen it, but I've seen the kill count. I know it's good.
There's not a kill count, but I would watch it if there was one. But it's one of those movies. Like I already know it's just like depressing and sad and nasty, mm-hmm. and like body horror is like one of the things. Like I just really freaks me out.
Oh, but, it will freak you out.
Yeah, I've seen like some pictures of it and like little clips of it. I do plan on watching it, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is so much fun. I actually saw a tweet yesterday. It's like the difference between 70s horror and 80s horror is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I saw that.
Like, and that's so true. It's definitely shows like the different periods. And then Jason Lives, so much fun. I have not seen Night of the Creeps. That is like my number one on my watch list. I want to watch it so bad. I'm probably just gonna rent it at this point. But definitely.
Yeah, it's in my top 5. Mm-hmm. Like a watch list.
Yeah, I've heard it's just great. Tom Atkins too. Come on.
Fucking Tom Atkins. Your dates are here.
Yeah. It's like got good news and bad news. Your dates are here. Bad news, they're dead.
They're dead.
That's awesome. And the last ones we got here on the list is 40 years ago, 1981. And they're all for August. There's 2 of them, The Student Bodies and American Werewolf in London, a freaking revolutionary flick when it comes to special effects and whatnot. So a couple doozies there.
Oh yeah, the American Werewolf in London is some of the best practical effects of all time, and even without that movie, we would not have the category of special effects at the movie awards. I believe the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
So So great, happy 40th for American Werewolf in London.
Most definitely.
And I found one more for August. Well, I found one for July, which I haven't seen, but I believe it's on Shudder because I've seen it on there before, called Cannibal Ferox. Obviously a cannibal movie. I am almost positive it's on Shudder, and I've seen like the cover for it, but I've seen some people say like they prefer that over Cannibal Holocaust. So if you're into that, and then one more for August, I found Hell Night. Linda Blair, and then Doug from Part 4. That one's a fun one, a fun slasher, but like a different take on a slasher. So, but those are the only ones I found.
Right on.
All right. I'll definitely Hell Night sounds really interesting, and with you said Linda Blair being in it, I'm already interested in it, so I'm going to add it to the watch list.
And I believe it's on Shudder still.
Oh, even better.
That's where I watched it.
So, is that it for anniversaries?
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a lot. That was a lot to get through, and so many damn good ones too. So, very good month for both July and August, which I know we're getting closer to October. I'm telling you, I've already took a little sneak peek in October. You're all going to love that month.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, oh hell yeah. So, is there anything else y'all want to discuss real quick before we take everybody home?
I think that is it for me.
Brad? Alrighty, he's just speechless, I'm telling you. So, Destiny, do you want to quickly say what you got coming up on the channel, just according to this recording?
I don't think so, because I think by the time this comes out, some stuff would already be passed. So.
Yeah, like the Spiral Watch Party. It's the one I can think of.
Tonight. And then, what's today? The
Today is the 24th.
Yeah. And then we have the Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 battle, but that's the 31st. So
yes, which happened.
We're watching this. Go check it out. I'm sure it'll be a very heated discussion.
Who won?
We did, of course. I'm already predicting. Me.
Oh gosh, if that prediction happens, then you just need to play the lottery.
I know. I should.
If it shares some with us.
Of course. Who else would I give it to? My family? No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they don't need it. No, I'm just kidding. But and then of course me and Brad will be hopefully finishing up with Friday the 13th Review series soon. It's been a long but an awesome experience doing with some of the YouTubers like that big Friday the 13th series. I believe our next one as of this recording will be for Friday the 13th, the remake, which Destiny, I know that's one of your favorites. And then the next week after that will be the ranking video. And then we'll be done with that. And then Goodwill will be focusing on future projects for September and Goodwill Hunting 2021 in October.
Yes. Woo.
Woo.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much. And Destiny, thank you as always for doing this show with us. We always enjoy working with you because you're just so awesome to us and you're just so knowledgeable on the horror genre. And that's it from Back from the Dead. And we will see you in September.